Hello everybody, it's Mama Shar here. Welcome back to a brand new video on this channel. Hi guys, so in today's video, I wanted to try something a little different than something I never do on my channel, and that is kind of like taking a test. And it's more like a test, isn't it a test?
It's a quiz.
It's more like a quiz. I think it's like, it's been so long since I've been in school, and I'm like, I need something like this in my life to help make me feel young again. So I have gotten some suggestions on what videos to upload today. Unfortunately, the coffee thing and the Starbucks thing, I really couldn't do. And the other one had a lot of information, and I don't know how I was able to conjure it all up and put together one video. So I decided to just do something completely different today. The Starbucks and chill and hang out with friends might happen sometime in the future. But as of right now, I gotta like match up everybody's schedules with mine. So I couldn't just be like, okay, well, let's all have a, Starbucks and chill. And everyone's like kind of like doing their own thing. And I'm like, well, I don't want to do that. Plus, we gotta find, I like to have like a certain subject in the video. I don't want to just like walk around just doing nothing. Then again, I guess I did do that in the last video, so who knows. You guys seem to have liked it. You guys commented down, gave me some good feedback for that. Thank you guys so much. By the way, guys, I am relapsing. I decided to get Starbucks again for the second time today, honestly. I'm addicted again. This is a caramel apple spice. I am sponsored by Starbucks. If you guys want to go to Starbucks, go get 100% off your next drink using my code Charlotte or Mama Char down in the description below. They all know it's a joke. Not really.
I was about to ask you, like, wait, did I miss something?
I am not that cool to have any sponsorships. But, Starbucks, if you do want a really good YouTuber to sponsor you, then it's great. Just let me know. I'll give you my email, phone number, anything. Social security number might even work too. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a quiz.
All right, she's going to be doing the attachment style quiz.
Yes.
I heard about this on TikTok from some TikTokers. They are the, gosh, I forget their names. They're a lesbian couple on TikTok.
This would be perfect for me. TikTok, lesbian, trends of the world today.
So I know it's been really popular with love languages, but this is another part of how we communicate with people. This is attachment styles, which are formed during early childhood as a result of the interactions, experiences, and perceptions that you encounter. Your attachment style ultimately is what affects you and how you form adulthood attachments and determine the way in which you behave in your relationships.
Yeah. Did you just like come up with all that and is that like a word? Is that a sentence?
It's in here.
Oh, okay, I was like, damn, she's coming up with all kinds of stuff, and I'm like,
so I'm gonna ask her true or false questions, and then she can go ahead and read her results to you guys.
And we'll be putting all the questions at the bottom for you guys, so you guys can read them if you cannot hear. Okay.
We can also add the link to the attachment quiz, so if you want to go take it for yourselves, maybe comment down and tell us how you guys attach to people.
Exactly. We'll be doing that. We'll be leaving down the link down in the description below, like we do with everything. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. So we're starting now. So let's start off with the first question.
All right. First question, and this is, of course, you telling me if this is true or false for your personal self. I can be very emotional, present with other friends, family, partners, strangers, but it takes me a while to build trust and share vulnerable things about myself.
False. Honestly, I am like, when it comes to sharing my emotions with other people, it's really kind of hard. Especially in my relationship, I can't really share, like I could really share my emotions with my girlfriend, but like if like I have other people around me, like family members or whatever, I just really, it's hard for me to open up and just show my, what do you call it? Like show that I'm vulnerable in a way.
So wouldn't that be true then?
Wait, what was the question?
You want me to reread it?
I'm already messing up, guys. Say it again.
I can be very emotionally present with others, friends, family, partners, strangers, but it takes me a while to build trust and share vulnerable things about myself.
Okay, that is true. That is true. Now I've read it, I put it all together. Sorry, guys, I'm a little slow. It's the hormones. But, okay, that is true. That is true. I can be emotional to people. That is true. But it does take me a while to warm up to being able to actually say something that makes me look vulnerable to anybody else.
Question 2. I often put other people in my life on a big pedestal. Partners, friends, and family.
True.
True?
True. Yeah, I guess to some extent it's true. Like, I think it's true for partners and friends. I mean, I can't, like, does this work for, like, everybody, or is it, like, just specific? Like,
It's talking about
it's
more...
people more so in my life, in the moment, I'll put them on the pedestal. Whereas, like, if I have a family member, I'm not just going to put them on a pedestal for myself. It's, like, someone that's usually in my life for a long period of time, like my friend or my girlfriend. People that are present in my life, so I guess that's true.
Question 3. I feel naturally comfortable and safe expressing my feelings and needs to be loved. 2 loved ones.
2 loved ones. No. False. I'm very, very I'm very hard-headed when it comes to, like opening up to what makes me feel, like, is it what makes me feel loved? In a way, it makes me feel like, oh, yeah. It's very hard for me to actually open up about that. I have to, like, go through an argument, and a big, huge argument where I am literally crying to the point where I have to say something like that. But other than that, it's very hard for me to open up like that. So that would be false.
Question 4. I feel very upset when others infringe on my need for space or time alone. So basically, you feel upset when people don't respect that you need space or time alone.
False. I never need time alone. I always want someone with me. I don't like being alone. It just brings out depression and anxiety. So.
Question 5. I'm willing to work through challenges in a relationship before suddenly trying to leave the relationship itself. If you're not in a relationship, think of how you would handle conflict in a partnership.
Can you read that again using figures?
Different figures of speech. It's Alicia, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Don't feel like being filmed. I'm just the questionnaire and the voice behind.
I would not. So would that be a false? False, right?
So it would be true, because if you rather sit there and speak about the problem...
Oh, okay. So that would be true because of the fact that I cannot run away from anything. I have to fix something. If you guys don't know me, I am very much someone that can't go through conflict for a very long time. If me and someone are butting heads, whether it's my relationship, my friendship, I have to fix that. Like, I've been like that since I was a kid. I have to sit there and be like, even an apology, even if I know that I'm right, and I'll still apologize because I want to fix things. I don't like to not just, like, let things, like, fall apart. I do not like that. It's such a horrible feeling to me.
Question 6. I tend to be out of touch with my emotions quite frequently.
That's true. False.
It's false.
False. I said true just because I wanted to go against her right there. False. You're right. I'm very emotional. It's just the way it is for me. You guys know me. Charlotte Tears know me. They know what I've been through. And if you follow me on my Snapchat, you guys have seen me cry multiple times. So, yeah, I'm very much emotional. I still am.
Do you need a tissue?
Yes, please.
I don't have a tissue.
Yeah,
some friend
I'm crying over
here.
You
can't even see my hand.
Do you need a tissue? I don't got one. It's like saying, want a cookie? Yeah. Well, so do I. Okay,
I like a cookie. Just kidding. Question 7. I'm very attuned to others' needs and often put them before my own and resent it later.
Yes, that is totally true. I put people's needs before mine all the time. And at the end of the day, sometimes, yeah, it does bite me back. But at the end of the day, I mean, honestly, whether it could bite me a billion times and I still put people first. It's the way I built, I guess.
Question 8. I constantly want to be emotionally closer to my partner. This can also apply to my close friendships or romantic interests.
I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you guys here. I'm the kind of person that wants to be so close that sometimes skin-to-skin contact isn't good enough. It really isn't.
She's like, I want to be in your skin.
I want to be in your brain. I want to be a part of you. Like, Rachel's going to watch this and she's going to be like, so that's what it was. Because, like, I don't know. Like, there's a certain level of emotion I feel whenever I get really, really close. But then it almost feels like you can never get into that close enough spot with that person. And it's just always how I always felt. I always wanted to be more closer to someone than I can physically and emotionally be.
That reminds me of that movie, Scary Stories, when Charlie gets sucked in by that really big, scary fat lady. Like, he's not with her or anything, but, like, she, like, literally hugs him and consumes him inside of her body. Like, it's weird. So, question 9. I am effective at compromising and communicating.
No. False.
You're not good at compromising or communicating?
Communicating, I am good at communicating, but the thing is it's hard for me to open up to communicating.
That's true. So
I'm very emotional, and I communicate with myself. I could communicate when it comes down to it, but at the end of the day, it's hard for me to communicate. It has to get really deep, because like I said, I put people's needs ahead of mine, so and put people on pedestals, so I'm thinking more of their selves. Even if something hurts me, I'm afraid to say something,
That makes sense. Question 10. It is very difficult for me to set boundaries unless I am angry. I can sometimes set excessive boundaries and push people away too dramatically and out of anger.
Set boundaries. I think that's false.
So you're good at setting boundaries? It's very difficult for me to set boundaries unless I am angry. I can sometimes set excessive boundaries and push people away too dramatically out of anger.
Okay, that is true. That is true. Yes. It's very hard for me to set boundaries, but when I'm pissed off, I will set boundaries. And sometimes I feel like I do push people away, especially in my relationship, like even in the past. Like, it's been like that. Especially because, like, when I get angry, I don't get pissed off, like really pissed off. I emotionally angry. Like, when I talk to myself, and I will literally put boundaries just emotionally, not even telling them about the boundaries, just keeping it to myself, and they could feel the fact that they're getting pushed away.
True.
So
this one for you is true and true for myself, but I'll read it to you because they have to know what we're talking about.
Okay.
If I notice my partner showing any sign of coldness, I panic and want to get closer as quickly as possible. This often happens to me in friendships as well.
Oh God, that is totally true. That is totally true. If my partner, especially Rachel, if I'm getting that vibe, and sometimes this is where I feel really bad for her, because I give her that vibe a lot because I get very emotional, and I feel like I'm pushing her away. That's why I say boundaries and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I can't, when I see someone that I'm with, or a friend that has that, that cold feeling to them, I immediately want to fix it and make everything okay, make them feel better. That's why I say I put them ahead of me. I put them on a pedestal. I want them to feel better than me sometimes.
Question 12. It is not uncommon for me to experience inward emotional turbulence throughout the duration of my romantic relationship. This applies to close family members as well. I think that's true, because you were just talking about that. You have a lot of, like, during relationships, if you're upset and you speak to yourself and have that turbulence within yourself.
Yeah, that is true. I like how you know me. She knows me very well. Yeah, that is completely true. Like, I do a lot of self-talking. Like, you guys don't know this, but I talk to myself a lot, and it's very constant. And there's a lot of reasons why that is, and I will tell you guys in a future video of why I do talk to myself. But I don't think I'm ready to come out with that video yet. But that is totally true.
Question 13. I often feel very hot or very cold toward my partner or family members. I tend to operate in extremes in how I relate to others.
Oh God, that has to be true. That has to be true. Sometimes in my head, I'm really, really happy, or I'm really, really mad, and I can't just be in between. I can't just be like, oh, we're just doing good. You know what I mean? It's not just good. It's either great or really bad. Mm-hmm. And I notice that, like, that's something I do because of all the things that are going on in my head. Like I say, I talk to myself, so things that go in my head, I overthink things, I get really down, or I'm really, really high up. I cannot stay in the middle for some reason.
True that.
Yeah, so, yeah.
True for me too, don't worry. Question 14. I know that I am worthy of a healthy, happy relationship.
True. I'm a very good person. I do everything I can for someone. I put them first, and I'm not saying that might not be the best thing to do in a relationship, but I do everything because I believe in, I'm a Disney person for frick's sake. I love Disney. I want to see myself, with someone else and being married, having kids, having a perfect, freaking amazing life. That's the way it is for me. That's natural.
Mm-hmm. This one might be kind of tricky to respond to when it comes to you, because I feel like you hit at like a middle point, but listen with insight.
Okay.
So when I feel hurt by a loved one, I often have strong fight or flight response. I find myself wanting to push this person as far away as possible, friends, family, and romantic relationships.
Okay, so this is true. And the reason why I say it's true is because I do talk to myself, like I said multiple times. In my head, when someone does something bad, I'm thinking of the most extreme things. I think to myself, like, what am I going to do to get this person on I can't do it with this person anymore. I can't do it with this person anymore. I have to go away. This needs to stop. I need to go away for good. And that's how I feel sometimes inside my head. So that is true completely to me.
And I feel the same way about myself, but I feel like why I said it's kind of like a middle ground for both of us is because you may be saying in your head, hey, I need to fight, or I need to run. I need to be away from this person. But at the same time, if you still care for that person, you want to resolve things at the same time.
So yeah, you're right. It is in the middle. It is in the middle now that I think about it.
But we don't have a middle. It's only true or false.
So we'll put a T and F.
Yeah, for those of you who have watched our videos in the past, that one drunk night.
That one drunk night, yeah, the middle one. Ding, put the little bottle at the bottom.
Question 16. I do not feel as though I need anything from my romantic partner or loved one. It can be difficult to conceptualize how others would meet a lot of my needs.
So there's different kinds of needs. There's materialistic needs, and then there's emotional needs. Is that any kind of needs? Because I don't need materialistic things.
Oh, it doesn't say specifically. It's just basically asking, like, do you look at your partner or loved ones and be like, technically, I don't need you, but I want you in my life.
Oh, no. So basically,
it's hard for you to grasp that you need other people. Is what it's asking.
Okay, that's false. That's completely false. I will find, like, if I'm with you for a while, like a month, I find myself needing people even like 2 weeks after meeting them. Like, I need them right away. Like, I'm not like the kind of person that's like, oh, I don't need anything. I don't need you in my life. You can go out. I find value in the people that are in my life for whatever reason they're here for. I find value in that. And for me, I just couldn't see myself like just like letting go right away, especially with like, of course, my relationship right now. Like, I need her. I can't just be like, oh, I don't need you. Like, I could never say that to her. Not in a million years.
Question 17. I do not enjoy being out of a romantic relationship. I often fear being alone.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I've always had that fear for a long time, especially now that I'm trans. I had that fear. And being trans and lesbian is a double whammy. So you're like, you know, you got to find a girl that's accepting of being trans. And most women actually surprisingly are accepting of trans women, especially if they're lesbian. But I've always had that feeling of I don't want to be alone. And y'all know how this is. I've talked to you guys about multiple times about all this stuff.
18. Question 18.
Question 18.
If a loved one's behavior hurts me, I will express my feelings and try to understand what caused them to act that way. Basically, if you and I, or you and Rachel got into an argument, instead of just getting mad, would you take that time to figure out why what you did made them feel the way they felt?
No,
you just get mad.
I hate to say it, yeah, I just get mad. Deep in my head, I wanna fix things, of course, and I wanna ask questions, but I'll get mad right away. And maybe it's not right to be like that, and it's better just to like ask questions and figure out what I did wrong. Sometimes I'll ask, but most of the time I just get mad. So, yeah, unfortunately.
It's kind of hard when you're mad to really think about the other.
Oh yeah, definitely. When you're mad, it's hard to do a lot of stuff. You're freaking. It's almost like you're on drugs.
Oh, I get that. Actually, whenever I used to do therapy when I was a kid, my therapist said, whenever you are mad, it is like being on drugs because your brain is experiencing something that it's not normal to it, so it's in a panic mode.
Yeah. So.
Not that emotions aren't normal.
That's why some people say the things that they say and they don't mean it, but they say it.
Question 19. I hunger for closeness, but I fear the emotional difficulty of it at the same time.
No, false. Because I want someone to be close to me, but I don't ever fear it. I fear the emotional part of it. I want the emotional part of it. I don't want to just hold someone and just be like, thank you for the comfort, but the emotional. Am I going along with the question right?
Yes, you are.
Okay. I'm like, I don't want to be falling out of these questions or anything, but
she felt like I was looking at her funny. Yeah,
I was like, you're totally out of the subject, honey, out of the ballpark. But yeah, that's how I feel.
Question 20. I do not like making social plans with others in advance. I often fear being trapped by commitments with other people.
Yeah, false.
Are you sure?
Say it again.
But you want me to explain it a different way?
Okay, explain it. I like when you explain it a different way sometimes because it helps me figure out like
what exactly the heck
sometimes
I'm saying.
sometimes like I get lost in myself. I have ADHD, so I'm like I start thinking of different things.
You're like, ooh, look, the sky.
Oh, look, a butterfly.
Basically saying you don't like making plans with people in advance because the thought of having some kind of commitment to anything makes you scared. False?
False. I mean, there are very, very rare situations where that might happen, but I love making plans with people and like to see them and all that stuff, especially with partners and stuff. I don't mind commitment, so that's false to me.
Question 21. I find that setting boundaries comes naturally to me.
No, it doesn't. False. Because the problem is I don't have boundaries, and that's why I'm so pushy, and that's why a lot of people pushed away from me in a long time, because I never had boundaries. I was so anxious to get too close to them that I never set boundaries for myself.
Question 22. I focus much more on the relationships in my life than I do on myself.
True. That is true. Because every day, I think to myself, I want a successful life, and instead of me, I have someone else in my life. I have other people in my life, and to me, I want everything to come together so that I could come together with it.
Question 23. I often feel protective over my space, privacy, and belongings.
No. I don't. That'll be false because of the fact that I do allow other people to enter that area of my life, to enter my privacy. You know me. I talk all dirty to you every day. I don't have no privacy anymore. My bird is your bush.
Oh, God.
Basically. So, like, it's not really, like, I don't have protection over any of that stuff. I'm really open with everybody I'm with or people that I'm friends with.
Question 24. I generally feel invaded when my partners or loved ones demand too much physical affection.
So, basically, I don't like when I'm getting too much affection.
When you're giving too much affection.
And they're not responding to it?
No, it's more like...
just me giving.
Giving or receiving, I guess.
That I feel...
Like, do you feel like when Rachel's asking for physical attention, whenever she asks for too much, do you feel like it bothers you?
No, it didn't. Actually, at the first, it did, because she would help me all the time. And I'm like, there's other places for this stuff, you know what I mean? Now I'm like, I want her to just touch me all the time, and I want to touch her all the time. So it's like, maybe at first it was like that, but not now.
Question 25.
Ooh.
I would prefer to spend most of my free time with my partner if I were to be in a romantic relationship. It would be hard for me to want to do things separately.
Oh, that's totally true. I always have to be put together. And you know how this is. I always run off with her and do other things. You know, poor Alicia's over there at the window like this as I'm leaving.
How much is that doggy in the window?
So yeah, totally.
It's okay, I have copper. I'm just kidding. Question 26. I feel that it is easy to be vulnerable with my romantic partner or loved ones. Yeah?
True.
These are a lot of questions.
How many questions are there?
We're on 27 right now. It doesn't even say how many there
are.
are.
Okay, just says...
Okay, question 27. I find that my partner or loved ones usually emotionally recover from conflict before I do. Does it take you longer to not be upset than somebody else when they're upset?
No. Well, does it take me longer?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does take me longer.
Damn it, I already pushed
A lot
false.
long.
I can't go back.
Oh.
It'll start the whole test all over again.
Okay, don't go back.
Okay.
We'll just say false, because sometimes it is false, though.
Okay. Question 28. I deeply fear being abandoned by my partners or love interests.
Oh, true. True. I'm always in fear of, like, I'm going to lose. Like, they're just going to leave me. I've been, like, ditched on so many times in my life, so I'm like...
That was actually the last question.
Oh, yes! Let's see what the answers are. All right, guys, so we have the results. Late as hell in this video, but let's see what my results are.
It says, as a person with anxious, preoccupied attachments, you're probably warm and friendly. You love being around people just as much as they enjoy being around you. There's a good chance you're great at connecting with others and enjoy creating meaningful relationships. Committed to relationships. Relationships are very important to you. You're probably the person everyone turns to when they need help. They just know you'll always be there to lend a hand. Thoughtful and intuitive. You can be exponentially thoughtful, generous, and concerned about others. You often intuitively know what people are feeling or what they need, which means you have the potential to really make an impact on the world. As for the rest of this, you can read. It's a lot.
We're going to leave it off at that because the video is too long. I'll read it myself, but let you guys know that's what they said about my stuff, and that's what I had to answer. So this is my TikTok video response for the first time ever on my channel, as well as on my lesbian response as well, because it's lesbians who started the trend. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I know it was a long one, but if you guys did, please leave it a like. If you guys are not to the channel, subscribe to Come Charlotte Church Today. Please destroy the notification bell so you guys can be notified every time I go live on YouTube and upload to YouTube. Also, check out my social media links down below in the description below, as well as Alicia's, since she was a little narrator at the bottom of the screen right there. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys have a great day. I love you guys. Lots of tear shots, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Slide the baby that you got. I'll leave the body for